you know, like I'm someone, and this is just where I come from, where it's like, I feel like I donate to GoFundMe's. Anytime I see a homeless person, I not only offer them money, I offer them food and water. So why am I not allowed to then yell racial slurs at non-whites in the street?
Because
ask me that.
I don't know why. Chris, you can't. Chris,
because it's like
because you fucking can't, dude.
I don't understand
That's
why
not the way it works.
You
dude.
can't do nice things for people just so you can be a vocal racist, dude.
But I'm giving homeless people fucking full bagels toasted with butter.
I know, dude, but you
he's
can't.
kind of earned it, though.
No,
Dude,
guys,
he's kind of.
guys, you're missing the fucking point. He's clearly doing this so he can exercise his right to be a complete son of a bitch racist.
Yeah, I can't throw a mask at an Asian person, say, put this on, you coronavirus fucking.
No, you can't.
If I literally gave a homeless guy $1.
Yeah.
If I gave a homeless guy a fucking
You're buying
dollar,
your racist. You're buying a racist
if I give a
comment.
homeless guy $1, I can't go on the subway and go up to some woman selling churros and say, passport now, or I call ICE in 5 seconds.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because you're so offensive to my. I'm rather
Or go
woke.
kick a black guy in the face, say, here's your fucking month.
Hey,
If I give a guy $5 a week before that, homeless guy,
you can't buy your right to be a racist, you son of a bitch.
Here's your month.
Black History Month.
February's over, you son of a bitch.
I'm just kidding. It's Women's History Month. Let me tuck it back.
I've stolen your stories before. Do you know that?
Please take anything
on
you
the
want.
show.
Listen, baby.
I told a story on behalf of you. I said it was your story.
Whatever.
Were you a dog? Your dog got injected with electrolytes.
Oh my God, yeah. How crazy was that?
That was you. That was him. That was him.
See that
How crazy
happening
was
to
that,
you.
dude? It was so weird. Yeah, my dog was dying. My mother's dog, Larry, R.I.P. Larry. He's in dog part of heaven right now, gay dog part of heaven, and he was a gay dog. Whatever, dude. Even my mother admitted, it was like, yeah, he's a gay.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. It's great. It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
We were gonna put him down. You know, we went to go put him down. My mother's crying so upset, and the vet comes in. And she's like, we're going to give him a procedure right now. He's going to be gone in about 10 seconds. We just inject it into his paw and he's going to be gone. And, it's be over soon. And my dog's just like blinking, like looking at me and my mom. And I'm just rubbing my mom's back. I'm just like, Mom, it's going to be okay. And she's so, oh, bye, Larry, holding his paw. And then like 10 seconds go by, 20 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
And Larry's just like blinking, looking at us. And she's like, and then the doctor, the vet's like, sometimes this happens. Let me just up the dose here. Just and then she goes and she puts some more in. And then like Larry's just like looking at it. It's like a minute, 2 minutes. My mom's like, what's happening? Why is he in any more pain? She's like, I promise you he's not in any pain. I'm like, Mom, it's all gonna be over soon. It's all gonna be over soon. So then the doctor, she's like, I'll be right back. So she comes back in. She goes, I am so sorry about that. She goes, I did go ahead and give your dog electrolytes. She's like, you may see a short burst in energy, but that doesn't mean anything. He is dying. So she's like, let me just go ahead. So now my dog is strapped up. He's like a young pup. He's like running around, and my mom's like, but I don't understand, whatever. And then she's like, I promise you, I just made a mistake. I just started working here. It's fine. Let me give him this. She was like, he is dying. And then they gave him the thing, and then he died, and then he died, whatever, 10 seconds later. But the dog next to them was the one who needed the electrolytes. And I was like, did you kill the dog next door? Because I never thought about that. I'm like, could you imagine you killed the dog next door? But whatever, dude. I was with great Opie from the Opie and Anthony show. And Sherrod had given Opie edibles in a chocolate bar, right? And I had never taken edibles before. I'm not a drug guy. I don't know. Opie just gives me the chocolate bar. I didn't know you're supposed to take half of the square of the chocolate bar. Okay? So and I love sweets. I mean, I got high cholesterol. My cholesterol was 250 at the time.
Yeah, I have sweet tea.
So I love sweets. So I literally, we're on the train going to the Islanders game, New York Islanders game, and Opie just gives me the chocolate bar and just starts looking at his phone. So I didn't know you're supposed to take half of square. I ate the entire chocolate bar. Just to the head, Sherrod Small's weed, chocolate, potent.
Oh my God.
Bar, okay? I forget that it even happened because Opie was like not doing the weed. So Opie, he just gave me the chocolate bar, didn't even think about it. I just fucking crushed this thing, right? Having a good time. All of a sudden, we're at the Islanders game. First period, buzzer goes off. I thought somebody threw a spear from the top of the Jumbotron through the right side of my head, cutting off the left side of my body. I pop up out of the seat. I go, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. So I'm yelling that I'm having a stroke, right? I forgot that I was even on edibles. I'm convinced I'm having a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So
I go up the stairs and I'm just walking around. I'm like, I'm having a stroke, Opie. I'm having a stroke. He's like, you're not having a stroke. I'm like, dude, I'm having a fucking stroke. The left side of my arm doesn't work. And I'm like flinging my arm and it's not working. So then I'm like, I have to go.
So terrifying.
Dude, so I'm in a packed Islanders game, and this is New York City. I'm a big Islanders fan. Opie's a big Islanders fan, so people know who we are. Of course, they know Opie, and they're like, so they'll stop and see Opie, and they're like, oh, that guy's always on his show. So they're talking to me, and I'm trying to have these, dude, the actual, just as luck would have it, the Islanders broadcast team interviewed Opie and brought me on the interview. And I cursed on fucking SNY.
What'd you say?
I yelled "fuck the Rangers" because they were playing the Rangers. So they were like, boop, camera down, see ya, So I had gotten tickets. I had gotten tickets from the Islanders. The Ticket Connect was mine from the Islanders. So they found out that I yelled "fuck the Rangers," lose the tickets. I leave Barclays Center. I walk up to a police officer who's in full SWAT riot gear because, it's New York City. These guys have real jobs to do, this terrorist activity. I walk up to him. I said, officer, I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now. I've ingested drugs. And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, I said, I'm having a stroke. What a pussy. And he goes, okay, what kind of drugs did you ingest? I said, I can't tell you the type of marijuana strain that I've ingested, but I have consumed an illegal amount of drugs. I was trying to use all these professional words. Dude, he started laughing at me so hard, I thought he was going to shoot his gun in the air. So he goes, I swear to God, he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. That's what he says to me, like in a movie. And I was like, So he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. So I get in a cab. It's on 4th Avenue and 8th Street. I get in a cab. I'm like, take me to where I live, 4th Avenue and 93rd Street. So by the way, it was freezing. It was January, but I had my jacket on. I was so fucking hot. I asked this cab driver to open up all the windows. This guy opened up all the windows, and he was like shivering and freezing. And I was like, guy, I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking stroke right now. I'm on drugs. You got to keep these windows down. And he was like, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I was like, if you could show me a valid U.S. passport, I'll put the windows up. Obviously, he couldn't. He's a cab driver. He said, they're staying down, fucking Vitru. So
Vitru.
I don't know.
That was his name. That's a bad pronunciation.
I don't know, dude. I was high.
All right. Fuck, man.
So literally, dude, it's 4th Avenue
wanna
and
make a
93rd
t-shirt.
Street. The cab driver stopped at a light at 4th Avenue and 63rd Street. I look out. I'm like, I'm home. I open the door, and he's like, I thought I was on 93rd Street, but the 6 and the 9 were, reversed in my head. Bro, I'm fucking sweating. It's like 8 degrees out. I throw my jacket, like a $400 North Face jacket, in a public garbage can in New York City. Just bang!
Christ.
Right in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I start sprinting home. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I didn't live with my kid's mom at the time. I go to my kid's mom's house. It's 10 o'clock at night. I ring the bell.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I ring the bell. She goes, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm having a stroke. And she was like, Chris, you're not having a stroke. I said, I'm having a stroke. I've ingested drugs. So she goes, oh my God. She goes, all right, come in. So she goes, you have to take a shower. She knew she used to use drugs when she was a kid. She's like, you have to take a shower. She was like, you have to take a shower and drink milk. I know. She goes, take a shower and drink milk.
If you had ecstasy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I take a shower. I fucking start drinking this milk, and then I take a shower. I take a shower with my shoes and socks on. So that means I got completely butt naked, and I put my socks and my shoes back on, and I step in her shower.
I haven't heard this story. I haven't heard this story.
Like a black guy who does porn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get the grip.
Yeah, gotta get the grip.
Gotta
So
lay it
I'm
home.
literally taking a shower with my fucking shoes and socks on, and then it's like it's getting bad, and then out of nowhere, just bang, I start hysterical laughing. Just hysterical laughing, having the fucking best time, and then it was going back in waves. Hysterical laughing, terrified. Hysterical laughing, terrified. I slept on the floor in my, at that time, 2-year-old daughter's room. All true. I sleep on the floor with her. She's got a stuffed animal, Piggy. She fucking loves this animal, Piggy. At some point in the night, I take Piggy off her bed, sleeping on the floor. I wake up, Piggy's mouth on my taint. Literally, and I was sleeping butt
Poor
naked. I
Piggy.
slept butt naked on my 2-year-old daughter's bedroom floor. I'm sleeping butt naked. So think about what she has to wake up to.
Yeah.
2 years old, her father, who doesn't live in the house anymore, is naked with her favorite stuffed animal
Eating her dad's
in between
ass.
my balls and asshole. And then I woke up. My kid's mom woke me up, and she saw what was happening because she was the one who woke me up. She was like, Chris, get out. And then she sees the whole thing, and she's like, this is why we can't be together.
I was gonna say, when I asked you why
this
you
is why.
broke up,
Yeah.
Why we can't be
this is
together.
why you can't do it. dude.
That's the worst, dude.
Dude, edibles, man. So Richard Lewis, I'm opening for.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm opening for Richard Lewis, and the first 2 shows go good. And then Saturday, it was at 8 o'clock. It was a 7 o'clock and a 9 o'clock show. And it was like clockwork on Friday, and the first show Saturday, like clockwork. I do 10 minutes, get the light. That means bring Richard up in 15 seconds. Just even if you're in the middle of a joke, just stop it and be like, ladies and gentlemen, are we here for Richard Lewis? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Boom. That's what, we start doing that. Richard. So
just a chair being passed around in the audience.
Yeah. So I do my close. I Saturday night show, the late show starts to, kick off. I'm doing the things, and I had a time. Like I do my closer about, 8 minutes, start, ramp it down, blah, 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 blah. So I do my closer thinking the light's going to come on at the same moment it's come on the last 3 shows. And, I'm looking for the light, and I'm doing the closer, and do the closer, no light at all. So I look over, and I'm like, okay. So
panicking.
I'm like, okay. So I look, and then I see the owner in the back, Louis Ferranda, great, the legendary booker of Caroline's Comedy Club, going like this, meaning keep it going. He's like, keep it going. And I'm like,
stretch.
I'm like, yikes, 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 yikes. So again, I have 13 minutes. I've just done 10 minutes with my closer, like the best joke I thought I had, I closed with. It's done. So now I'm like, okay, I worked on something on the train ride over here. Let me try this. So I do it. It's like, kind of bombing, whatever. But, when you're a new comic, you think, if you just get a chuck, you're like, okay, good.
Right.
So, but, I'm bombing. Probably the entire set was a bomb, but I didn't
But this
realize.
was even worse of a bomb.
Bad.
This was nuclear.
This is nuclear. Sold out show Saturday night, middle of Times Square. So now 15 minutes have went by, and I'm like, oh my God, what's fucking happening? Dude. So then I start to go into the crowd a little bit and start to ask people. I'm like, hey, where are you from?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Birthday? Is there a birthday?
And everything, and everything like that somebody would say, because again, I'm just so new. I'd be like, you fucking jerk off. I was just doing that. And they were like, what? This guy's in a wheelchair.
I bet you kiss your brother.
Yeah.
He's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was like, he just lost his legs in Iraq. I'm like, yeah, you fargoot. Just yelling, just bombing. And now it's starting to get bad. Dude, 55 minutes.
Impossible. How did you do 55 minutes?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I started to do. Dude, it got so bad about 30 minutes in, the staff stopped what they were doing and were dying laughing in the back because of the shit, not because of any of my material, of course, just because of how bad I was bombing. Dude, I brought 2 people up and let them try a joke. I brought 2 people up on stage and I let them try. I'm like, anybody out here ever want to do stand-up? 2 people came up. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. Did a joke. One guy actually crushed.
Yeah, he's killing.
Yeah, it's a bit.
They start booking him. They're like, Chris, you're done.
Dude, then I asked, Andrew, I swear to God, if there were 400 people in there, I probably asked 300 people where they were from, and how many birthdays. I asked, are there birthdays in here? 10 times. And people are like, no, we said those birthdays. Then, dude, I got to the point, 40 minutes in, where I started just saying, hey, guys, yell out a state and I'll name the capital. And they would just yell out a state. They would be like Iowa. I'd be like, Des Moines, that's easy. Next. I was just trying to do it. They were like California. I was like Sacramento. And then people. I was like, I bet you can't get me. I wasn't. It was
people coming to play tag.
Yeah, to play. It was crazy shit,
yeah.
Dude. 55 minutes in, I finally get the fucking light. Richard Lewis comes onto stage, doesn't even address anything. He goes, "Give it up for Jeff." And I was just like, as I'm walking off, he goes, "Give it up for Jeff."
Dude. First of all, that is straight up how they make pink eye. Okay, right. That is where it's made.
I had pink eye the other day. It was fucking wild. And I had a big ass sty in my eye. Yeah, it was from farting on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that shit was wet, right? Yo, my fans call me Chrissy Well Farts.
Do they really?
Because my shit sound like they're in a well, underwater ass crack. Yeah, I got a deep, deep, deep asshole, man. That's what it is.
Really?
Yeah. I had to get a colonoscopy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the doctor, because I was telling him I played some audio on my farts and I sent him some pictures of my shits in the office, and he was like, "We need to take a look." And when they went in there, he said,
"Take a look."
He said I was all good.
Jerry Nasser, was it that fucking gymnastics?
Larry Nasser.
He
said we got to take a look, and then he told me, he said everything's fine, but he said, in clinical terms, said I have a very deep rectum.
Oh wow!
So he said that's what's causing the sounds of the farts.
It's pretty cool. Rectum damn near killed him. That's Chris Farley. Did he say that line? Rectum damn near killed him.
Sounds familiar.
Nick's sister does colonoscopies.
Oh, she's a GI doctor?
No, she's not guy.
Just running freelance, bro.
Oh wow!
Not colonoscopies, colonics.
Oh, colonics. Yeah, that cleans your whole shit out.
You can pretty much just come off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, basically the van will pull up.
You ever done one of those? You ever got your shit cleaned out like that?
No, dude. I'll let God do what He needs to do inside of my body. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
I'm living biblical.
since you've been at the success level you've been at with the theaters and all that, have you taken a hot, fat fucking bomb yet? Like a real fat one, like just a nice cero in front of, 1,500 plus, just a real stinker, because it happens, man. Where you just take a full cero. Somebody goes, "That's a no," and it's just you're just eating it, and you start going, "Where you from?" Or you start going, "Yo, you know what's weird?" There's nothing funnier. There's nothing. The only things that can make comedians belly laugh is watching another good comedian bomb and a fart joke or a fart, or just not even a fart joke, just a wet, nasty, fucking rip your asshole third gear fart, like that guy in Barstool. You see that guy in Barstool with the third gear fart? Yeah, it's something to look up.
What fart? Do you think the farts get nastier in certain countries or not?
I think, well, I think that's why I think we need a wall, is because I think, outside the United States, those farts, man. That's the reason. Every time Trump's like, we need a wall, I'm like, yeah, Mexicans' assholes are dirty.
We get that.
And Canadian asses too, man. Don't sleep on Canadian. Don't sleep on how disgusting a Canadian fart could be.
Really?
Poutine. You know what that's like? That's cheese curd.
Yeah.
I want a wall around all that, because there's a wall around us, man.
Well, why doesn't everybody should just get a little wall that they can bring with them and put wherever they want, man?
Canada and Mexico, because the truth of the situation.
Here we got a man here doing something. There's an urban guy right here.
This is the ain't ever hear a fart hit third gear is the caption.
Okay.
Take a look.
Damn. And they're probably gonna blame it somehow on white people, I'm sure, dude. That's insane.
That's insane, right?
Wow, dude. That's like Tokyo Drift, huh?
Dude, I was watching that thing for an hour yesterday, crying. Dude, my beautiful 4-year-old daughter was doing ballet and doing some of the finest moves she's ever done and getting to new heights in her life. And I was head buried in the phone, crying, laughing because of this dude's third gear fart. And her mom was like, "This is why we can't be together." Her mom was she was like, "This is why we're just always going to be co-parents." Because I was just like, crying. She thought I was crying. At first, my kid's mom thought I was crying because of how beautiful my daughter nailed a pirouette. I was listening to that with my headphones on, hysterical, crying at the ballet.
And are they husband and wife, you think?
Yes.